All right, Dream Team, we are on week 32, and all of the exercises for today are going to be designed around preparing the body for birth, using the birth ball for all of them. We're gonna start with hip thrusts. We love a nice glute activation. And then we're gonna use that ball for some variations of child's pose rock back, some deep lunges, basically moves that are gonna help open up the 3 different levels of the pelvis. So let's get started with those hip thrusts, then we'll move into the fun and easier stuff. Well, maybe not easier, more comfortable, if you will. So to get onto the ball, and if you don't have the birth ball for these, I would recommend getting one, but you can also use a chair or even one of the small balls for different variations of this. So for the hip thrust, you're gonna start on the ground, keep that ball right back behind you. I have to pull my feet up, press down on the ball, hoist yourself up and over it. So get the ponytail out of the way. I like to walk down so that I can make sure that my hips lower onto the floor comfortably and then lift and press all the way up, squeezing into the seat. We're gonna go for 45 seconds of these, squeezing, and make sure your toes are pointed straight ahead. Your ankles are stacked under the knees, legs are hip distance, and you're squeezing into those glutes as you lift up, feeling the core bracing in this way. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift to squeeze. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift to squeeze. Ooh, that full range of motion to really get that booty waking up. And again, if that head feels heavy, you want to use your hands behind your head. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Pressing the hips up towards the sky. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's make this our last one, our best one. Hold it up high. Little pulses up at the top. Just give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Booty burn on fire. 2, 1. Lower it all the way down. You can come up off that ball. Now we get to move into the fun stuff. I know, hip thrusts. Some may debate the level of fun that those are considered. So for these are child's pose rock back. So I like the knees wide, toes together, and you're just rocking back and forth on the ball this way, or letting the chest rest on the ball, coming back and forth this way. So it's whatever's comfortable. We're just here for about 20 seconds. Find that nice stretch, opening up the top of the pelvis with these. Pulling it back, sending it forward, opening up the middle pelvis on this next set. Press all the way up, and let's move into that deep lunge. So for the deep lunge, you're just gonna pull one leg up by the ball, lower it down. I always like to just let the body rest up and over the ball. Again, about 20 seconds on this side. If it feels right, you wanna add a little thoracic rotation. Reach one arm up towards the sky, deepening this stretch. This specific single leg asymmetrical stretch is helping to open up the middle of the pelvis. Again, that part of the pelvis has a lot of bony pieces the baby has to maneuver through to make its grand entrance. And pull back, switch sides. Deep into this lunge here. Again, if it just feels right to let the head rest. Or if you want to find that nice big side body stretch. Opening up that middle of the pelvis here. This one always feels good to open up into the hip flexors too. The front of the hips that might feel tight. If you're dealing with any sort of round ligament discomfort. And press yourself all the way up. All right, this last one is gonna focus on opening up the bottom of the pelvis. So for that one, it's gonna feel a little awkward. Knees in, ankles out. And you're just gonna reach back and forth for these child's pose rock backs. So again, if you want to leave the upper body on the ball, and the idea here is that you are pulling those hips back, just like you would in those child's pose rock backs that we were doing earlier. Just reaching, pulling back, or reaching long, pulling back. Finding that length, last one, hang out right here. Breathe into this. And come back to center. Roll that ball all the way in. All right, all 3 layers of the pelvis are open. I'll see you guys next week.